Here we go. Here I sit on the couch.
Welcome back to the Road to the Show on MLB the Show. It's the Evan Milligan story, and I'm your host, long-time listener. Be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment below. You're seeing here the postseason stats for the time being. We ended up winning the World Series. We won in 6 games over the Washington Nationals. We dropped the first 2 of the series and then won 4 in a row. And I hit .413 with 3 home runs in the postseason. So may be in the hunt for a postseason MVP there. If you look at that OPS, it's going to be pretty hard to argue with that, honestly. So we'll look at that in a second, but first wanted to show you the season stats, as I had a down year in terms of the batting average. We got out to a really slow start, so it took until after the All-Star break for me to get that average up over even like 250. I had it up as high as like 275 late in the season, and then down to 269 to end the year. We hit 40 home runs and had 115 RBIs, so we're over 400 home runs now for the career. But, again, a little bit of a down year from a contact perspective. We stole 17 bases, still very productive for a 30-year-old shortstop, so not bad. And then the fielding percentage at .981, not terrible. 6.3 WAR is our lowest in a while since that season right there, which is kind of surprising that it was as low as it was when I hit .306 with 39 home runs, but whatever. Still, not my best season, but power numbers are pretty impressive for a shortstop, so we'll see how things unfold. I do want to just real quick, though, look at the awards and see what kind of accolades we got in the postseason. We did World Series MVP and postseason MVP. And then we got the Silver Slugger. Not going to get a gold glove. I won't even get a sniff at that, the way we're fielding. What else? Hank Aaron Award. No. Not even really in the hunt for any of these other ones. Oh, we got third in the MVP voting. This guy should have got it, but they gave it to this guy because he hit more home runs. Whatever. Alright. Maybe he was a better defender. So that's it for the 2033 campaign. So we'll jump back in after the end of the next season, unless there's anything noteworthy in the middle of this one. Alright, we are now through the 2034 campaign. Another season where I played every single game. So we've been durable, to say the least. And we had a bounce-back year as far as the average goes, and a great year for the power numbers. So I'm actually surprised at how much power he's hitting for, where I'm just simming through here. And I wonder if it's because of the plate vision, where he's just putting good swings on the ball. But bottom line is, this guy is a freaking machine right now. He's now at 2,400 hits, coming up on 1,500 runs for a career, coming up on 2,500 hits, which is obviously pretty impressive. Might be able to get to 100 triples for the career, and he's just shy of 450 home runs. So still doing a very good job at the plate. 20 stolen bases, so we've been consistent on that front. An OPS just shy of 1,000. Defensively, still just not the greatest, but whatever. So we're good enough to stay in the lineup. Basically an error every 10 games has been somewhere in the neighborhood of normal for Evan Milligan at shortstop, which again isn't the greatest, but when you can hit like this guy, you're going to find a way to get into the lineup, and that's exactly what's been going down. The Rockies won the World Series. They beat the Yankees. I don't know how many games it took them, but I thought that was interesting. So another season in the books. Let's actually look at awards real quick to see if I got anything. I did get the American League MVP for the second time in 3 years, so that's pretty cool. Tuki Toussaint gets him a Cy Young. He won... Wait a minute. How is he getting a Cy Young when he only won 13 games? He did it out of the bullpen? I don't know. That's weird. That's happened a couple times now, it looks... Well, no. 13 wins is getting a Cy Young? What's up with that? That's 3 years in a row that's happened. Or no, that was just this year. But that is really interesting that the Cy Young winner only had 13 wins. So, don't know how to explain that. Batting title goes to Grant Levine at 330. What a year for him. 43 home runs to go with it. Rookie of the year was on our White Sox. Jerry Lorang at first base. And Garrett Award, I got second. That's a really close race right there. Alright, we don't get a gold glove. Not even honorable mention. But do we get a silver slugger? We sure do. And then that's going to do it for the awards. I want to look, though, at league leaders in wins. What is the deal with that? Let's go. Where are you at? Wins. Oh, it's showing me the freaking postseason. Whatever. Alright, so that's it for that season. We'll catch you at the end of the next one. Alright, so there has been a development. I was a free agent at the end of the season. We got a few offers, including a qualifying offer by the White Sox. So basically, everybody was trying to sign me for 1 year. And I don't like that. I wanted a 3-year deal. I'm 32. I don't want to be, going year to year with this contract nonsense. Now, the Pirates made me an offer, and they were good last year. They won like 95 games. They've got subpar starting pitching, and the bullpen is not very good. But they've got to be good enough to have won 95 games. How the heck did they do it? They got a decent catcher, decent second baseman. Oh God, don't start this nonsense where I get left off of the roster at some point. I should have stayed in the American League. This is probably a mistake, but we got a really good center fielder. We've got some weapons on this team. The reality is they were good last year. I'm a Pennsylvania native, me personally, so I just felt like giving it a whirl. So our career with the White Sox is now behind us. We've gone Mets, White Sox, and the hope now is that I can end my career in Pittsburgh and maybe even see them win a championship. So we'll see how it goes. All right, another season in the books, the first season with the Pirates, and we had another just outstanding season. 349, 46 home runs, 219 hits, second most of our career. And we are now basically about 2 seasons away from getting to 3,000 hits, and we're still only 32 years old. So, we're 5 homers away from 500, and 600 is definitely looking like it's within range. We might get to 1,500 RBIs next year. We are pushing 300 stolen bases now, another really solid OPS. I forgot to look this season here where I was 357 with 49 homers and 130 RBIs. Forgot to look if I won the Triple Crown that year, and I don't know if there's a way to go back and do that, unfortunately. But I am going to look and see where we finished in each of the categories this season. But first, let's look at errors. Another season with around 1 every 10 games. We made it to the NLCS and lost to the Marlins in 7 games, and they went on to win the World Series. I forget who they beat. But it was a pretty good season for the Pirates. We started off a little bit slow and then played really good baseball pretty much from like May on. All right, league leaders. Maybe this is why I didn't look. It's because I can't after the season's over. That is so dumb. All right, let's go awards then. We did not... Oh, wait. I got another MVP. So I won the MVP in both leagues. How about that? So if we look here, I won in 2032 and 2034, and then I win another one in 2035 in the National League. That's impressive. Got the batting title. I got the Hank Aaron Award. God, I wish there was a way. So, 46 homers and 123 RBIs. Let's just look at all of the Silver Slugger stuff and see if anybody's in the neighborhood. I think we got a Triple Crown. I'm pretty sure of it. I'm pretty sure that's a Triple Crown. Our first season in the National League. That is impressive. So how about that? 32 years old. You leave the American League and go to the National League to play for your, your hometown team or whatever, and you win a Triple freaking Crown. Get it, son. All right, a couple more seasons to go. All right, so we got another season in the books. Now, full disclosure, before we go over the numbers on this one, I did reset the season a month or two in because my boy broke his arm and was going to miss, like, at least a couple months. That's the one scenario that I will not tolerate. Now, he was hitting, like, 288 at the time with, like, 15 home runs. So he was doing okay. He wasn't, like, he wasn't hitting 323, but he ended up having a very good season again, 323, 41 home runs. So we went over 500 home runs, and then in the upcoming season, we should get to 3,000 hits. My plan is to try and get to where we are a couple hits shy of 3,000, and we will jump in and cover that activity and see if we can't, at least get to experience that. The next milestone that we might look out for is probably 600 home runs, which will happen maybe 2 seasons from now if things continue at this pace. But we fell short of the postseason as a team. The team was not very good this year. We won like 75 games. So it was a struggle from that perspective. But we're happy where we are in Pittsburgh. OPS over 1,000 yet again. And the career average still sitting at 312, which is like really good in this day and age. Fielding percentage pretty much right in line with where it has been. So that's it for this season. We will jump forward to where hopefully we get to a game where we are 1 hit away from 3,000 going into it, and we'll or maybe we get close and then start quick managing to show to make sure we don't miss the potential 3,000th hit. So here we go. Runner on first, 1 out. 94, 84, 89 with a splitter. So 94, 84.
This guy handles lefties pretty well. Is that above 300 batting average?
So
he swings it really good from the
look
right
for the
side.
fastball early.
These Tigers as they begin play here tonight.
All right, now we sit on the changeup down. Otherwise, we're looking for that 4-seam.
Texas, hit or get left behind. And that's exactly what this team did in their last game. Scored a bunch of runs,
late
with good
decision.
approach
Dang
on
it.
the plate, working the ball to all gaps. Line to line. This team
Not
swung
seeing
the
it
bats
well right now.
I'm going to be looking for that again in this one.
Get through. There it is. There it is. He's not exactly making a big deal about this. This guy's going to freaking rain on my parade. 3,000 career hits, and he's going to get thrown out at third on the play.
What a moment.
Well, Matt, there are certain magic numbers for hitters, and
that
3,000
is
hits
pretty
definitely one
much
of the
like
biggest.
for
It's
hitters.
taken quite a few years
3,000
and a lot of
hits
swings in the cages,
is
and the reward is the
that's
moment
the
right
milestone.
Here. Not to mention an express
You know what I
ticket to
mean? Like
Cooperstown.
that's the one. If you're a slugger, I guess maybe 500 home runs is the one. But all right, that's gonna do it for this playthrough stuff. As far as me in game, let's get back to simming, and then we'll show you what's going down at the end of the season. Well, the Pirates missed the playoffs again, but another solid season for Evan Milligan. We kept the average still up there around that 300 mark. We finished at 295 on a little bit of a cold streak, but 42 more home runs added to the career total. And if you look at these numbers, that is now 6 straight seasons of 40 or more. And, I mean, really just rock solid, consistent performance at the plate. 25 stolen bases this year as well. That might be a career high. No, we had, yeah, I was going to say, we had one season where we were pushing 30. So, but still, like, at 34 years old to put up those kind of numbers is pretty darn good. When you, especially, and look at the consistency defensively. We're consistently okay. We're not good, but at least you know what you're getting. So, again, we missed the playoffs, but another rock-solid year, so we'll jump forward to another season in the books and kind of show you where things stand. I don't really think we have any huge milestones to look out for in the upcoming season. We will get to 600 home runs, but I'm going to hold off from the home run chase until we get to where we are chasing records, not milestones. So we'll keep that on the horizon, at least as far as things to look out for. But another season in the books. All right, so we're at the end of the 2038 campaign. Now you'll notice I'm on the Angels. We got to the postseason, or to the postseason after this year here, and I had signed a 3-year contract with the Pirates. They didn't even offer me another contract, and like a couple weeks into some bidding wars to sign me, I had several offers that were basically 1 year, like good money, like 25 million-ish, but I wanted a 3-year deal, and so I didn't really want to risk having to wait it out and try out to make the Pirates if they never made me an offer. So I negotiated a 3-year contract with the Angels for $15 million a year. Basically the exact same 3-year contract I had just come off of with the Pirates, just duplicate it, but we moved out to LA. They had won 100 games the season before. This season we ended up in a tie in the National League wild card race, had a 1-game playoff and lost to the A's. So that's that. But we ended up hitting 306, really good year, 953 OPS. We had another 40 home run season, putting us at 618 for the career. So we did go over the 600 home run plateau. We're pushing the 2,000 runs scored number, which we will hit next season. So objectives now for the career at age 35, if we play another 2 years, we should get over 3,500 hits. We might be able to get to 4,000 hits in this career, and it's feeling like 700 home runs is within range. So if we grind out the career to like our age 40 season, we might be able to get like the home run crown and maybe even sniff Pete Rose for the most hits all time, which is just asinine to think that I might be able to get both of those records, but we're already a first ballot Hall of Famer, and the attributes have not slipped. We're still an 81 overall, really good contact, solid power from both sides of the plate, good plate vision, the speed is still there. Like, nothing has, like, regressed at all. So, I don't know if that's normal for a Road to the Show series, but I'll take it. But it also seems like, you know, the guy is performing at just crazy levels on a year-in, year-out basis. And I really don't know, like, it doesn't make sense. Oh, I should also point out, I got about halfway through this season and broke my arm again, so I started over. I was actually hitting like 350 at the time. Like 27 home runs, I think, at the All-Star break, and was hitting over 350, and then broke my arm. So we stopped, started over, and ended up having another, you know, really good season anyway, but worse in terms of like the average, but probably better off in terms of home runs because we played the full season instead of missing a couple months. So that's that. On to the next season, and here we go. All right, so 2039 is behind us. Now, I should point out before we do cover this season's stats, I was wrong about the playoff situation last year. We lost a one-game tiebreaker, got in as the wild card, and ended up going to the ALCS and then getting beat by the A's in the ALCS. Or, no, ALDS, sorry. They would go on to lose to the Tigers, who would lose to the Cardinals in the World Series. So, anyway, 2039, 48 home runs, I believe. Nope, second best for our career. So we had the power swing going. We battled our batting average all season long. Got it up to 271 at the end of the year, but it was down in the 250s for a very good chunk of the year. But still, we ended the season with 666 home runs for our career. I think that would have put us passing Willie Mays that season. I think he had 660 for his career. 99 triples, 766 doubles, 3,415 hits, and we did go over 2,000 runs scored. So the OPS was 938, so that's down a little bit, but still very good. And defensively, 17 errors and a 6.7 WAR for the year. So another good season. We've got one more year left on this contract with the Angels. We're 81 overall still, so still no regression in terms of our ratings. I don't know if that's normal or whatever, but I'm liking it. So we're 36 years old and still have plenty left in the tank from the looks of things. All right, we've reached the end of the season, and it came down to a Game 7 in the World Series. Now, I forgot to tell you about the postseason last year. We lost to the Cardinals in the to the Mets, rather, in the World Series. So my former team beat me then, but we come back, get there again, are down to, we lose the first two, win the next three, lose to force Game 7, and then win 3-2 in Game 7 to win a World Series title. Now, personally for Evan Milligan, the season got off to an abysmal start. I think I was hitting like 180 something at the end of April with like 2 home runs. I ended up with another 40 home run season. I hit 2 home runs in the last series of the year to get to 40. So that puts me now to 706, which is obviously now sniffing the Major League record. We're probably 2 seasons away, but we're going to get there. That's looking pretty clear. 4,000 hits maybe starting to become a little bit of a question mark, as those hit totals have dipped a little bit over the last couple of seasons, but we're still playing shortstop every day and putting up really good numbers. 17 stolen bases last year, 14 errors, so a 980 fielding percentage. The WAR is dipping a little bit, but you know, we have been very good now in the major leagues for a long time, and the career numbers are starting to get into like the greatest of all time conversations. So we'll see how it goes. Was that my last season with the Angels, or do I have one more year with them? I think I got one more year with them, don't I? No. I am going to have to negotiate in the off season a new contract, so we'll see where we land. It might be with the Angels again. If they start messing around and don't give me a contract offer, then I don't know what to expect. But we'll see what happens and then get right into the 2041 campaign. All right, so we ended up only getting 2 contract offers. One was with the Mariners, another with the Red Sox. They were both offering 1 year for like I want to say it was like $12 million a year, somewhere in that neighborhood. I didn't want to risk waiting it out and then getting stuck as a free agent, like a non-sign, roster invite kind of thing in the spring training. So we just went ahead and signed with Boston, and we'll see how it goes. I don't want to wait halfway through the winter and then those teams go and find another shortstop and don't need me. So we had to make a move. We're going to Boston. I made it a 2-year offer or 2-year contract, thinking that either we end our career there if the time is right, or we look to do like a 1-year contract back in Pittsburgh or maybe end up in Detroit. I don't really like the fact that we've bounced around throughout our career, because as good as we are, you would think that you would find a home and stay there. But that's another thing that maybe MLB The Show needs to work on. A player of my caliber, the team that I'm on should be looking to extend me in the middle of the season. But whatever. So, all right, let's get into the 2041 campaign. So we're now at the end of that first season in Boston, and I'm showing you the batting average race because we hit 335. This punk for the Mariners hit 350 and cost me a triple crown because we had a career-high 51 home runs. Fountain of Youth. This guy has apparently found it and has been drinking from it on a regular basis, because Evan Milligan is a straight stud. Hits 351 with 51 homers as a 38-year-old playing shortstop every single day. We are now at 757 home runs, which puts us 5 short. We passed Hank Aaron this season and Babe Ruth. We're now 5 shy of Barry Bonds, and we're at 3,800 hits. So, 2 more seasons like the one we just had, and we're right on the heels of Pete Rose at 40 years old. So, and we haven't even started to regress in terms of our ratings, our attributes. 25 stolen bases, too. Ridiculous. OPS of 1.05 is what, my 3rd best ever. And how did we do defensively? 17 errors. But a 9.4 WAR. We're going to the postseason. We'll go ahead and just sim through it to show you how that goes. But what in blazes is going on here, guys? Okay, we lost. We lost to the Mariners in 5 games, and then the Cardinals win another World Series, taking down the Tigers. Tigers just can't beat them, apparently. So, all right, that's it for the 2041 season. We've got 1 more year in Boston, and then we'll go from there. There it is! There it is!
He got all of this one.
All right. We are the home run king. 763 for the career. What a moment. 763 home runs, and he does it with a no-doubter. That ball might have hit the sit-go sign across town out on the highway. That was freaking hammered. Look at that. That ball was headed for the sit-go sign. Did it get out of the stadium? Where's the ball? Sure did. Somebody out on, what is it, Lansdowne Street out there? Standing O from the Indians. Yeah. What a moment. They need to fix, that doesn't really look like Pesky's pull to me. But whatever. There you go. 763 home runs. All right, now what we're going to do is go ahead and get to the end of the season. All right, here we go. We ended up at 291 with 36 home runs for the season. We are 15 hits shy of 4,000 for the career. 793 home runs. Over 2,000 RBIs, over 2,000 runs. We're closing in on 500 stolen bases. And still putting together seasons with 20-ish per year. So apparently in Road to the Show, your attributes just don't go down based on your age. So, I mean, I'm not complaining, but it's just kind of unusual. 24 errors, our worst defensive season so far, hands down. But it's another season in the books. I think what I'm going to try and do is find somebody who will take another 2-year contract to bring us on and hopefully wrap up the career. I don't think we're going to get to 500 steals. It would be close, but I don't think we're going to get there. But bottom line is that's a category that I don't care too much about. I want to get Pete Rose's record, so we'll see if we can do it. Not sure where we're going to land next season as far as a team to play on, but let's do it. All right, so it is pushing New Year's. We have one contract offer. It's from the Reds, who at first I was thinking, one, I have no desire to really play for the Reds. Two, look how bad they were last season. However, one, they're the only team offering me a contract. And two, I think that there's something poetic in being in Cincinnati to break the record. The problem here is, look at the shortstop that they already have on their roster. I don't know if I'll even get to play, but I don't know what other options I have. So I think we're going to just have to try and do this and see how it goes, but I'm going to ask him for a 2-year contract. We're going to do it. I'm going to take the salary way down to where it's more palatable for them. They can afford it. And bottom line is we're hoping to get 2 more seasons in as a, serviceable major league shortstop. They signed it. So bottom line is we're going to be on Cincinnati for the next 2 years and possibly the last 2 years of our illustrious career. All right, another solid season in the books as we ended up with 198 hits. We hit 314, 45 home runs. So we passed Ty Cobb on the all-time hits list, and we are now approaching Pete Rose. He had 4,256, so we should get there next year barring injury. We're well now above the plateau of 762 home runs for Bonds with the most of all time. I don't know what the record is for RBIs. Well, we might look at that because I wouldn't be shocked if we're in the hunt for that, but probably not, honestly. We didn't get a ton early in the career, but whatever. 454 stolen bases. We're not going to get to 500 just because I'm thinking next season will be the last one. We'll call it quits and wrap things up after we pass Pete Rose. But another year with the OPS over 1,000 and a decent year in the field, 15 errors. So I had 1 year where I won the Gold Glove early on in my career, which is kind of remarkable when you look back on things as far as how I've turned out as a player. But whatever, we'll take it. So 1 more year to go. The Phillies won the World Series this year, so good for them. And let's get after it.
Away from first.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way.
Get down. That it. There it is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
What?
You know, D-Roll,
Okay, there it is. Wait, no! Come on! They don't have the Pete Rose mark? They left Pete Rose out of MLB the Show?
Baker's dozen right there. We're almost looking at.
You gotta be freaking kidding me. Okay, so take note. I had one hit. So my first hit, that should have been it, right?
The final total today.
Yeah,
The Reds
one hit.
led this game from
We also had a walk and a strikeout later in the game, but so that one hit gave me 4,257 for my career, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so statistics, player statistics, player card, boom. Yeah, that hit made me the all-time hits leader in Major League Baseball, and they didn't even acknowledge my achievement, let alone Pete Rose's achievement. So that's kind of messed up, but whatever. So now we're going to just go ahead, finish out this season, and then we'll get a look at career. All right, here we go. We actually got traded at the deadline back to the White Sox, who, if you remember, we spent the majority of our career, like our longest stretch as a professional was with them for about 6.5 seasons. So we ended up back in Chicago to end the career, and we hit 52 home runs for the season, a career high. We ended up with 890 for our career, 4,380 hits, nearly 26 runs, almost 1,000 doubles, almost 2,500 RBIs, and nearly 500 strikeouts. Our career average was 308. We ended our career with a 963 OPS. So that, ladies and gents, is one heck of a career. Our career fielding percentage was 980. We played 31,950 and 2/3 innings and had a WAR of 179.3. We lost in the ALCS this year, and the Phillies won another World Series, and that is how the career is going to end. Now, all right, so we have basically, we are going to retire. I need to actually go through the process, and we'll get elected into the Hall of Fame, but the bottom line is I want to just go down through the events and awards real quick to show you the timeline of the career of Evan Milligan. This might take a minute because there's a lot of accolades on this list, but we're going to start at the beginning and work our way up. I guess I could have just gone straight to the bottom here. So we made the All-Star team in 2023. Or is that 2024? Start of the... Yeah. Our first multi-homer game was against the Pirates. We made the postseason, won the title. I led the league in doubles, hits, won a Gold Glove, a Silver Slugger. Maybe that was 2023. Anyway, 2024, make the postseason, win the division title, batting crown, led the league in slugging and on OPS, won the batting title, won the Hank Aaron Award, won the NLCS, won arbitration. Another all-star team, made the postseason, a division title, led the league in runs, won arbitration again, make the postseason, lead the league in RBIs, get my first MVP in 2026, it looks like. Won the Silver Slugger, signed another short-term contract, made the All-Star team, then got traded to the White Sox, made the postseason, led the league in doubles and runs, and won a Silver Slugger. We won the ALDS, re-signed with the White Sox, made the All-Star team again, led the league in runs, Silver Slugger, did not make the postseason, signed a 3-year deal, made the All-Star team, Silver Slugger, got sent down to AAA at the I guess in the ALDS or whatever. Like I wasn't on the postseason roster. Whatever. Back to the majors, make the All-Star team, win the title, lead the league in runs, win a Silver Slugger, make the All-Star team again the next year, win the division title, led the league in stolen bases, led the league in hits, led the league in runs, won a Silver Slugger, won the ALDS, and then got sent down to AAA. Ay, ay, ay. Sign a 3-year contract with the White Sox. Make the All-Star team, All-Star MVP, win the division, lead the league in home runs, RBIs, and batting average. So we did win a Triple Crown in, what year was this? 2032, I think. Holy crap, look at the 2032 season that we put together. We also led the league in home runs, RBIs, batting average, hits, runs, slugging, OPS, win the MVP, win the Hank Aaron, win the Silver Slugger, win the Triple Crown, win the ALCS, and then lost in the World Series. Make the All-Star team, win the division, 50 doubles, led the league in runs, another Silver Slugger, win the World Series and get World Series MVP, another All-Star game, led the league in home runs again, another MVP, another Silver Slugger. Then we go to the Pirates, make the All-Star team, win the division, another Triple Crown, led the league in hits and runs and slugging and on-base percentage, another MVP, another Hank Aaron, another Silver Slugger, and we made it to the NLCS before losing. Another All-Star game, led the league in RBIs, hits, slugging, and OPS again. Another MVP, another Hank Aaron, another Silver Slugger. We did not make the playoffs. Let's see. I hit for the cycle against the Reds on August 18th, 2037. So how about that? Led the league in doubles, runs, another Silver Slugger. Our contract with the Pirates comes to an end, and we sign a 3-year deal with the Angels. Make the All-Star team, get to the postseason, led the league in home runs, RBIs, runs, slugging, and on base. We did not win a Triple Crown. We didn't get the batting average. Got another MVP, another Hank Aaron, another Silver Slugger. Won the ALDS. Then we go another All-Star game, another postseason. Lead the league in home runs, RBIs, runs, and slugging. Win another MVP, another Silver Slugger. We go all the way to the World Series but lose. Then another All-Star game, another postseason. We lead the league in home runs again. Another Silver Slugger. We win the World Series. And then I go to Boston for a 2-year deal. Make the All-Star team, win the division, lead the league in home runs, RBIs, hits, runs, another MVP. We missed out on the Triple Crown, but another Silver Slugger as well. One more season with the Red Sox. We set the all-time record for career runs, all-time record for career home runs, made the All-Star team, made the postseason by winning the division title again, win a Silver Slugger. We go to the Reds. We make the All-Star team. Imagine that. Set the all-time record for career RBI, win a Silver Slugger. Next season, set the record for all-time career hits. Make the All-Star team and get traded to the White Sox mid-season. We win the division. I lead the league in home runs, hits, runs, slugging, on-base percentage, and win another MVP, Hank Aaron, and Silver Slugger in my final season in the big leagues. We ended up winning the ALDS before losing, and that is it, my friends. What a career for Evan Milligan. They had me sitting there in a Tigers uniform because it was going to have me try out for somebody in spring training. I got to figure out how the heck you actually just elect to retire, because they don't make that really easy for whatever reason. I was unable to find it. But bottom line is, this is a pretty much storybook career. You don't get any better than breaking all of those all-time records. Pretty much all the ones that matter, I broke them and shattered several of them. So that is going to do it for the episode and for the series. I definitely appreciate you guys watching. Please be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, comment below, and we will see y'all next time.
Here we go. Here I sit on the couch.